So, thank you.
On the issue, the question you asked about priests and politics.
Yeah. Is it moral?
It's not a question of morality. There is nothing wrong in a priest seeing to the welfare of the people. But he has to do that in line with the authorization from the constituted authority of the church, of the Catholic Church. If the magisterium, the church authority, says, go and do this, the priest will. But if the church says, do not, the priest is not permitted to do that. And you cannot handle that secular and sacred function at the same time.
Okay, at this point, we'll have to open the call line. All right, okay.
Okay, before we open the call for listeners to ask their questions, I just wish to add that what makes the difference is that priests are not permitted to be involved in partisan politics, which means that the priest stands for the people, not for the party. Maybe just there.
Okay, let's get to the call line this morning. The number to call is 0813-593-3112. I take the number again, 0813-593-3112. We are discussing the role of the church in society development, and it is powered by the CDAJDPCI, the Catholic Diocese of Abakaliki Justice Development, Peace and Caritas Initiative. And of course, we have Reverend Fathers here in the studio. And I don't know who is calling us to the restricted line, but then, okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Your name and your location?
My name is Wachinemere from Abakaliki.
Wachinemere from Abakaliki. Go ahead. Are you there? Wachinemere from Abakaliki. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Your name and your location?
My name is Ike. I'm calling from Okpoti, the local government.
Mr. Ikechuku, all the way from Okozara local government area. Go ahead.
Yes, I greet the Reverend Father. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. God bless you.
Okay. I want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
What people were discussing there is very, very important.
Okay.
The churches and what to help the society, very, very important.
Okay.
But I want to ask, in terms of education, you see some churches like the Catholic, they are opening schools, both primaries and secondaries. So, but the problem is, I want to ask them, what are they coping with the school fees of all the schools? Because sometimes what is happening and what is troubling people now, some churches because some churches can open schools, but their members cannot be able to pay the school fees. Their members cannot attend that school. So it is very, very, and that is what is stressing people all over the place, all over Nigeria. People are doing all manner of things to make sure to pay their school fees. But if the church can be able to make it easier for their members to be able to pay so that they live by example, because what they are doing is for the welfare of the soul and for the people. So, and all these dues everywhere in the church, so I don't know how they are doing it. So I want them to talk about it.
Okay.
So that it can help. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Ikechuku. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, madam.
Good morning, Ovo Nadeklan.
Yeah, I'm calling from the Chalico.
All right, go on.
First of all, let me comment for what they are organizing for. And I wish to know why. Do they think that the level of hunger in the land will it allow people to listen to the morality teaching of the men of God, teaching of men of God? Because when things are going on, many people are looking for a way to get something to eat. And that is why you see all these immoralities moving around within our society. I wish to know, because so many churches they always talking about how to get money, how to do this, and forget about the teaching of Christ. And the question I want to ask also is that why is it that in Nigeria, we have so many churches, and we are preaching. Why is it that it's difficult for we to get a good leadership in the country upon all the teachings of men of God? And why is it that it's difficult for people to continue to behave well in the country, whereas every day or some Sundays we move to church and return. After we return, that's the end of all the teachings in the church. So why is this so? Let them explain to us. Thank you, God bless you.
Thank you very much, Ovuna Declan. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Welcome to the program. Your name and your location.
I want to meet my Reverend Father this morning, sir.
Your name, please, and your location.
My name is Samson, calling you from Abakaliki.
Mr. Samson from Abakaliki, go ahead.
I want to use this opportunity to say thanks to retired Bishop Michael Okoro.
Please go ahead and ask your question. We don't have time. Go ahead and ask your question. Yeah, please.
Okay, I'm coming, sir. I want to throw more light on education. One thing about the Catholic churches and schools is discipline. They are more in discipline, and that is why United Nations normally use them to achieve what they want. So I want to appreciate them.
Thank you very much, Mr. Samson.
I think they can attempt some of these questions.
Yes, because there's a barrage of questions there.
Okay, let me quickly respond to the question of Ike regarding the cost of school fees in, let's be in precise terms, mission schools and the church-owned schools. However, we are very sorry that the general economy of our country is the way it is today. And it is important to note that the church exists in the country, and that the economy of the country also affects the church, because the church is not independent of the economic situation of the country. And as such, for the church to actually deliver quality education, a lot of resources are involved. And the resources of the church is quite limited. Well, what the church gets is from within. And church is not a profit-oriented organization. We know it's a charity-oriented organization, which means it is what the people give magnanimously that the church uses. And what if the people who give do not have? And that is why, in order for the church to deliver quality education, a lot is involved. To pay, even if the employees are of the church, they need to take care of themselves, to take care of their families. But we pray that, like what our bishop did recently regarding our minor seminary, St. Augustine Seminary in Sambo, because the school fees was going high. And that is actually the place where we nurse those who will be ordained priests. And so for us to actually not lose sight of that intent, the bishop came up with a policy. And the policy was, let us see how to subsidize the fees. And there's no way we can subsidize the fees if we do not make donations. So parishes were asked to make donations of rice, yam, oil to the school, so that their school fees will be cut down.
Okay.
So without this, it cannot be done. But just imagine how all the schools we have, where we are training the citizens of the state or the country, such will be cut down. But it's only possible when we have people who can give. And it's only possible for them to give if the economy is favorable to them. So this is actually the reason why some of these problems are had regarding the fees. But honestly, we are not profit-making organization, but for charity.
Even in that area and the hard condition of the society, the church still gives scholarship to meriting students, even amid these difficulties in our mission schools. You can go and verify. Right. Before you attempt the second question raised by Vuna Declan, I think we have to pick this call before you attempt the next.
We have a lot of people wanting to join the conversation. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. This is Dr. Barrister Zikma calling from Zambo.
All right, Barrister CC Utuma, go ahead.
Good morning to the distinguished clergyman in the studio.
Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay. So I want to commend the program, wonderful program, and the Catholic Church in particular for the delivery of a quality education in our society. No doubt about that. But my concern is this. Why is it that the early missionaries introduced the free education in our society? But nowadays, all the education institutions owned by religious institutions, including Catholic, are beyond the charges, the school fees that are beyond the reach of average Nigeria. I can give you an example. To gain admission at St. Augustine Seminary, example, will cost you no less than 500,000 now. How can an average Nigerian afford that? 12 upon 2 college, the story is almost the same. So I challenge the Catholic Church, while you deliver quality education, please bring down the fees, let it be affordable for the common man. And also, earmark 1/3 of your admission quota for scholarship. Because you benefited maximally from scholarship, and you should also give the same. You receive freely. Please, let us give freely. Then the second question is, why is the increase in moral bankruptcy in the society, despite the fact that almost everybody is a Christian and almost all households are churches? But this security, immorality, everything is on increase. And all these people are church members, Yahoo people. They go to church. Why is it happening like this now?
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Barrister CC Utuma.
This similar question
Has been raised and attended to as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
The question about early missionaries offering free education. Free education does not fall from the moon. The early missionaries who came to Nigeria had people who sponsored those education. For us here, it is free. But they sponsor it in order to make it free for us. And we are, in a sense, no longer a mission church. So it behoves us, our brothers and sisters, to support the church so that the church can now offer scholarship to our children. The St. Patrick missionaries who came from Ireland, on their summer, the holidays, they went to their country, to their churches and families, and then they gave them support. And they came back to our state, our nation, and then they offer such. So when our brothers and sisters in Ebonyi, in Nigeria, when they offer the Catholic Church such support, the school fees will definitely come down. Instead of using the fund they have to show their affluence and then take titles and then answer big names and drive big cars, those could be used to fund church education.
Dr. Utuma also asked, why is it that there is increase in moral decadence in the society despite the growing number of churches? Deacon also asked similar question.
Actually, this is a contemporary problem. The problem of the present age. And for me, it gives a greater challenge to the church for what the church does. Because like my fellow priest, Father Chibo, had said before, the globalization, the present technology we have, in the words of St. John Paul II, they are like boomeranging back to humanity, to destroy humanity. And that is actually what the church is trying to fight. So the church that has always been there teaching the same thing, has taught these things for over 2,000 years. And the same thing that has not changed. But then, human beings and their conditions change. And the changing situations we experience at present challenge the church in all these things. So, for our brother who has made this call, he will realize that it is an important time to stand out, to stand tall in the society that is going down as the only one standing. For, like the statement says, it's better to light a candle than to cause darkness.
Okay, let's